Hi, good morning folks. In this video, we're going to take a look at last night's game because I did take some positives from it and I'm wondering if you did too. Coming up. You know, it's one of those losses that didn't really rub me the wrong way. Really, like we showed all the signs. This is what I seen, okay? This is just what I seen. We showed all the signs of a team that was just going to roll over and die early in that game, and we just kept clawing our way back in, but at a snail's pace. Does that make any sense, folks? Let me know, because that's what I seen. And sorry about last night. I did not get this video up. There was no way. I'm going to be straight with you guys. This is the first time on this diet that I'm on, which is in week 7, that my hernia blew up on me. I have no clue what the heck that was about. So far today, it's okay, but it was to the point I was thinking of going to the hospital. Really, it's out of nowhere. This just happened out of nowhere. So when it comes down to this game, let me get back to this game because I'm feeling better today. And while I'm feeling better, I want to report on it. And yes, I'm going to shave today. But when it come down to this, what I seen was a team that they didn't really give me any hope they were going to come back and win this game. But I was convinced they weren't going to go away. Does that make any sense? Because that's what I seen. I watched a team that we're just not going to go away. You guys can win this game, but we're going to make you work right to the last minute. That's kind of how it felt. And guys, if you want to dissect this, and I mean honestly dissect it, what's going on with the Sabres, we just don't have a first line. I think all of us know this, but we're forgetting that even our first line is injured. Our first line that we don't have is injured. Olofsson's out, Mittelstadt's out. And still we find a way to claw and hang around, which I was kind of proud of them yesterday. I know it sucked they lost, but yeah, I was happy with Dahlin. I want to put that out there. I was very happy with Dahlin. I thought his effort was good. He made some really good plays, especially early in the game, if you recall. He broke up that play. That was a sure goal. You've seen how he held the stick. That was a tap-in, and Dahlin stopped that. So I was happy with Dahlin. I want to throw that out there because I'm not just going to take shots at the guy when he's not playing well. I'm going to give due where it's due also. Overall, I wasn't really upset. I'm going to go over some of the numbers with you guys. And I was just too ill last night, guys. Really, I feel terrible. I didn't put this up, but there was no way. There's no way I could even walk. Like, really, I don't know what happened. Okay, now, shots 30-28. We outshot them after their quick start the rest of the game. Face-offs I'm good with, 56-44. Power play over 3. That might have been what did us in. They were 1 for 3. Penalty minutes even. They outhit us 20-11. We have to address that. That is an issue we have to address. Guys, we just got to get more physical than 7 hits, 11 hits. There's got to be, but you know what? I'm going to talk about that in a sec. They had 15 blocks to 6. We were playing better than most people will think that just get up and say, they lost again. We played better than people think. 3 giveaways, they had 4. So there you go. Here's something else I wanted to point out to you guys, which makes 100 million% sense when you look at it. The Sabres now are 5 wins. Well, they're 5-2, 12 points in 12 games, 500, 36 goals for, 36 against. Now, guys, for a team that's supposed to be a bottom feeder, okay, this year, really, supposed to be a bottom feeder, supposed to be nowhere near that, and we're doing that with injuries. It's still an accomplishment, really. It really is an accomplishment, this team this year. So I'm just going to stay jumping on this and hope that we win next game and keep floating around that 500 mark. That's why I told you guys I'd be thrilled if somehow, some way we could be 500 at the half. All of a sudden, we've established we're not going away. If they can be a 41-point team after 41 games, say 40-40. Let's go 40. I hate the 82 thing. So if we go 40-40 at the half, we're hanging around. And that's all we can ask for. Really, that's all we can ask for this year with this team. The more and more you look at it. And, I looked at Washington. I was thinking, here's a team, they got bona fide stars and first-line players, and we're hanging around. We're hanging around these guys, just making their night long. I mean, it opened like they're going to win 7-0, right? It really did. It looked like it. We haven't gotten blown out yet. And yesterday showed all the signs of a blowout, the way it started. What were the shots in the beginning? 10-3, right? Something like that. It looked like it was going to be a blowout. They're going to outshoot us like 45-15 or something. No. Again, the Sabres hung around, and they did their thing. This is as good as we are. That's actually what I'm happy about yesterday. What I seen yesterday is as good as we are right now. We were still pressing them at certain points. You've seen it. So I really don't have any complaints about this game. I really don't. And it's, it didn't bother me like the Detroit. That's the only real loss this year that I hate so far is the Detroit game. I didn't like blowing the 2-goal leads out west. Those 2-goal leads we blew. But, you expect with a young team those things to happen. To be honest, looking back at it already, I can understand it's a young team. They're learning how to hold leads. It's not we're obliged to. We're learning to. If this happened to a team like Pittsburgh over and over, everybody would be pulling out their hair. Even though, like, some of their key guys would be out or whatever, people would still be pulling out their hair over there. So I'm okay with it. Now, as we go on, now I believe we have Edmonton next. That's going to be one hell of a test. They're 9-1. They're looking awesome. Years ago, I picked them to win the Cup. And I think it was this year was the year I actually picked them to win the Cup. But I can't remember. But they're beatable. Because I watched the Oilers, and they're beatable. Believe it or not, even at 9-1, they're beatable. It's just that can we stop their forwards? If we can clamp down and stop their forwards, and we don't play that type of game, it might be a long night for us because they come at you. Just like they play the same style we're trying to emulate right now, but they keep coming at you. And they're probably the best in the league at it right now, really, out of anybody I've seen. Edmonton, when they get going and McDavid gets going, my God. I mean, it's a scary thing, especially when their passing game is on. And the acquisition of Hyman was just really, getting Hyman was smart. I mean, they're in a really good spot right now to not fail. But don't think the spotlight's not on them to fail this year out there, because it is. They know their fans. They lost 4 straight in the first round last year. They're not stupid. They realize. Now, getting back to us, though, when it comes down to this next few games, I think as long as we can hover the 500 thing now, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, can we go 4-4-2 the next 10 and get these games off our schedule? Go look at our schedule, guys. Maybe I'll do a video on it and show you what's coming up. It's not a pleasant schedule that's coming up. Can we go 500 in a 10-game span? Because if we could do that, we've officially hung around this year. Whereas last year at this point, guys, you might not remember, this is where we started to crash and burn. This is it. After the first 10 games, we kind of went like this. And if that happens, it's going to be a long season. And I don't want it to be a long season. The truth is, I don't believe it will. I know we're on a losing streak. I don't believe it will. I do not believe the Sabres are going to crash and burn this year. Why? Because of the things I'm hearing from Okposo and stuff about the team, how tight they are behind the scenes. That says a lot. That really says a lot. It sure says a lot about our future, because that is what new kids come into. They come into that environment now, not an environment where you got veterans pouting they're not winning enough. Enough of that. So right now it's a new environment where new guys that come to the team, Peyton Krebs, come to the team, and they come into that dressing room and they're like, wow, I really hope I can fit in here. That's the atmosphere. So this is what I want to hear, want to continue seeing, and hopefully what will be a new era in Buffalo, of course, right? So guys, that's it. I'll probably get another video up later on, okay? Just right now, I just want to get the post game out there, because last night I couldn't have done a 2-minute video. I just couldn't. And so far, I'm just grateful to my Creator right now that I'm able to stand here and talk. Really, it was that bad last night. I don't know what the hell that was. So I'm not going to overdo it today either, but I do plan on being active today. And I got to be ready to do some hours at the end of this week. So I got to make sure my body's ready with the work I got coming in. So that's another thing for another topic. So that's it. I hope you guys aren't too upset. Hang in there. Guys, this isn't bad. It's a 500 thing that's going on. The goals for and against never lie in that. It really never lies in that. And we're dead even. So it's like we're surviving. We're still surviving. So I want to see what happens the next 10. I should keep track of just the next 10 starting now. Maybe we'll do that. All right, guys, that's it. You have a great morning. I'll see you later on today. I have no clue what I'm going to do for a video, but I will, that American Hockey League report, I'm going to report that. I'm going to wait for Krebs to play a few more games, and then we will look at it then. See you soon, folks. You have a great morning.